Hey everybody, this is Royce here with Gates 3 Designs, and this is part one of top 10 reasons why architecture school can be a pain in the ass. Now, I'm sure that other programs have their rigorous coursework, or it can be a pain also. I'm sure, but I only know about architecture school, so that's what I want to talk about. Not in any way, shape, or form is this video used or I'm making this video to scare people into going into architecture school. If that's your dream and you want to be an architect and you feel like architecture school is going to take you to where you want to be, by all means follow your dream. You do not want to be 70 years old regretting anything in life. So for me, the first reason is weeding out the weak. Yes, weeding out the weak. It's sad when you spend your whole life dreaming of being an architect or a designer or going to architecture school for whatever reason. And you go and you find out that the instructors are basically trying to force you to quit. And it's not as blatant, but after talking to a few other people, not students, faculty and stuff like that, it's designed that way because the school wants the best students. They want the top students. They already bring in, students with high GPAs and high SAT scores and great, tremendous portfolios. But once you're there, the first year and the second year, you're battling, basically. And that can be painful. That can be very brutal. I've seen people get beat down. People have been beaten. And I actually started the sophomore year of design studio. And from what students told me, from their freshman class moving on to the sophomore year, 50% of the students dropped out. 50%, that's crazy. I mean, just think of the wasted time these kids go through. Like, they waste a year or two and then realize this is not for me. It's just too much. I can't handle it. The professors are too tough. Now, I'm not saying quit. And I'm not saying not don't go into architecture school. I completed architecture school. A ton of people completed architecture school. But there's a lot of people who spend their life dreaming of attending any architecture school, no matter what it is. It can be any school, and they're disappointed. It's not what they thought it would be. Honestly, the weeding out the weak system to me is stupid. I don't like it, and I think it's very disrespectful. Think about these students who worked so hard to get into this architectural program. Oh, I have to have these grades. Oh, I have to work on this portfolio. I have to have all this stuff perfect. And you get into the first year, and by the second semester, you're ready to quit. You're ready to go home. You're crying to your parents. You don't know what to do. Like, you just feel like you're not good enough. That sucks. In my opinion, the smart move would be, if you want to be a registered architect and your lifelong dream is to be an architect, minor in architecture. Major in something else. Major in something that relates to architecture, and minor in architecture. Get your bachelor's degree and then going into the master's program of architecture, because you need a master's anyway to be a registered architect. The freshman to senior year process with architecture, it's so rigorous. It's almost ridiculous. It's almost ridiculous. It's like boot camp on steroids. So again, this is not to scare you into going into architecture school. that's what you want to do, just know what you're getting yourself into and be ready. You can't be weak. You can't be weak because you will be broken. You will want to quit. Trust me. Um, like I said, I started at the sophomore year. It still had that competitive system going, but I was kind of my process was a little different. I went into community college right after high school, so I got an associate's degree in architecture, and on that level, the 2 year degree, it's more technical. They actually train you to work in the workforce as a drafter, basically, and that's exactly what I did after school, after graduating from community college. After working for so long, I decided to go to a university. Um, of, of course, by then, I'm a lot older than a lot of students. And, I looked at these students or my classmates as kids. Like, they were like kids to me. So I often referred to them as kids. And I would see a lot of them break down. This weeding out the weak system will break these kids down. And a lot of kids dropped out sophomore year too. Like I said, the students were telling me the freshman year, 50% of the students dropped out when it's a sophomore year. And from sophomore year going into the junior year studio, it wasn't 50%, but it was a large number of students that decided to drop out and leave. So that was part one of top 10 reasons why architecture school can be a pain. I'm going to be posting part two soon, so be on the lookout for that. And I hope you found this video informative. Um, like, comment. If you have been in architecture school and either you completed architecture school or you dropped out, I'd like to hear about it. Leave a comment. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Subscribe and be on the lookout for part two. Thank you. Hey, really quick, if you have Instagram or Twitter, go ahead and check out my page, Gates3 Designs, on Instagram and Twitter. That's Gates3 Designs. All right, see you guys later.